Hi there. You're Madison, right? Sorry for the sudden message. I went ahead and added you on WhatsApp. I mean, we live in the same condo, so it makes sense to stay in touch, don't you think? Sorry if that startled you. I actually caught a glimpse of the resident directory when the notice board was going around, and your number was right there. Total coincidence. So I figured it must be fate and added you right away. I see. Don't you think newer condos feel a little cold and impersonal? Like, not even knowing your neighbors. That's just sad. I'm all about staying close with the people who live around me. We're both moms, and we look about the same age. So can we just call each other friends from today? Why go through all those formalities when it's way more fun to just jump into a friendship? So, speaking of which, do you mind watching my kid this weekend? I finally scored a cancellation at the med spa and a last-minute booking for my derm appointment. This is such great timing. You'll lend me a hand, won't you? Hi. I'll be honest. This message really caught me off guard. Have we actually met in person before? I don't recall ever seeing you. Well, no. I don't think we've actually met. But I noticed you the moment I saw you by the entrance. You gave off this really kind, thoughtful vibe. You're the type who can't say no when someone asks for help, right? I'm really good at picking up on that kind of thing. I'm not quite sure I understand you. But what do you mean by that? Oh no, my bad. Totally poor wording. I just meant you seem super dependable. Like the kind of person who'd have my back when I'm running around like crazy. Once we're friends, it's all about helping each other, right? I've always been the go-to mom in every group. People love talking to me and I'm always quick to help. Being that kind of person actually matters, you know? You'll see, being friends with me totally pays off. I see. Anyway, back to the weekend thing. My husband got called away on a last-minute business trip, so I've got no one to watch the kid. My parents live far. Daycare's crazy expensive, and they're not exactly flexible. I'm sorry, but I really can't take in a child out of nowhere. I don't even know your child, and I've got my own schedule to think about. What? My kid's super low maintenance, you know? Honestly, she'll just be watching her tablet the whole time, so you wouldn't even have to do anything. You can just relax and have some tea or something. That's totally fine. I'm sorry, but that's not something I'm comfortable with. We literally just started talking, and this is a bit much. Oh, come on! We live in the same building, don't we? People always say neighbors should help each other out when someone's in a bind. And hey, we're friends now starting today, so I'm counting on you. Let me quickly introduce myself here. My name's Madison Smith, but my friends and even some of my viewers call me Maddie. I'm a 31-year-old stay-at-home mom. I live with my husband, Jack, and our daughter, Ivy. Nothing fancy, but we really value our simple, happy days together. A few months ago, as Ivy started growing up, we decided to move into a new condo. The complex holds regular events designed for kids to enjoy. And I still remember feeling a little nervous when I first joined one of them, holding Ivy's hand. But that event helped break the ice, and I naturally started chatting with other residents. I was really happy that I could make friends so quickly, even in a brand new place. One of the residents here is someone named Hailey, and not long after we moved in, I got this totally unexpected message from her on WhatsApp. Madison! Why didn't you tell me? Huh? Don't me. I was seriously shocked. You're way too reserved sometimes. We live in the same building, you know. I should have known way sooner. It's not like that would have been weird. Hailey, what's going on? It's just, you kind of came out of nowhere with that, so I'm a little confused. Did something happen? You seem way more hyped than usual today. No, just hear me out. You've been living here for a few months now, right? But I suddenly realized I've never seen your husband. Don't know his face, don't know his voice. Isn't that kind of weird? Now that you mention it, you're right. My husband travels a lot for work, so he's barely home. Weekdays for sure, but even weekends get taken up by company stuff, so the days we spend together are really rare. But guess what? I happened to spot him today at the entrance. I had to do a double take. I didn't think that guy could be your husband. He's super tall. Totally pulls off that suit look. Guys like that aren't easy to come by. He's got such sharp features too. Definitely the type that gets attention. I've got to say, Madison, I'm impressed. Didn't expect you to land someone like that. You've got hidden game, huh? Oh no, it's really nothing. I mean, it's not like I deserve compliments or anything. But I'm sure he'd be happy to hear you say that. And I heard he works at the headquarters of some major company, right? Great job, great looks. It's like he's the total package. Well, yes. Technically, he does work for a big firm, but he's not really someone who stands out or anything. Come on! Now you're just being way too modest. Landing a guy like that, you've already won at life. I'm seriously jealous. It's almost too much. But why haven't you introduced me to your amazing husband yet? I mean, that kind of crosses a line when it comes to girl code, don't you think? Huh? Introduce him? What exactly do you mean? Well, I've been dying to get to know him better. Looks aren't everything, right? I want to see what he's really like on the inside too. So how about you set up a proper introduction sometime soon? I want to sit down and talk with him. Face to face. Hey, Hailey, when you say introduce, what exactly are you trying to do? What do you think? As a potential love interest, obviously. I mean, look at me. I'm gorgeous, in shape. The whole beauty and brains deal totally applies to me. Wow. My husband's honestly just such a disappointment. He's been stuck in the same position forever. No ambition at all. The company he works for is tiny, and the pay isn't great either. It's one of those no-name places nobody's ever heard of. There's literally nothing I can brag about. What about his looks? They're just average. Each time I catch a glimpse of those ordinary glasses and that so-so haircut, I start wondering why I even married him. It's depressing. Getting married on impulse was a huge mistake. Lately, I've been regretting it almost every day. I seriously feel like I picked the wrong person. But then, your husband showed up in my life, Madison. The second I saw him, it hit me. My heart actually skipped a beat. That posture, the way he wears his suit, that smile. He's exactly what I imagine when I think of my ideal man. I honestly believe someone like him could make my life truly fulfilling. It felt like fate. So I've made up my mind. I'm going to make him mine, your husband. Excuse me? What are you even saying? That's completely insane. There's no way something like that could actually happen. Are you serious? If this is some kind of joke, you've taken it way too far. It's not funny at all. Oh wow, Madison, you're just way too serious. But sorry to disappoint you. This isn't a joke. I'm dead serious. Don't you think a guy with that kind of quality totally deserves someone like me? I take care of my skin, keep my figure in shape. I work hard, Compared to you, with your plain looks and quiet little life, I think it's obvious I'm the better match for him. Please stop. This kind of talk is honestly disgusting. Getting a message like this is just a huge violation of boundaries. Oh, come on. Think of today as just a heads up, okay? I'm planning to take things slow and build the connection over time. So I'll be counting on you to tell me more about him. Like what food he likes, his habits, hobbies. There's so much I want to know. Even if you ask, I'm not telling you anything. I always thought Hailey was a bit odd and kind of arrogant. But I never imagined she'd go so far as to say she wanted my husband. It honestly gave me a bad feeling. So from that day on, I tried my best to avoid her. I told her I was too busy to chat on WhatsApp and stopped replying altogether. And truthfully, things had gotten busy in my life, so it wasn't even a lie. Thanks to that, my anxiety gradually started to fade, and for a while, things were peaceful. But then, about 2 weeks later, she suddenly texted me again. "Hey Madison, feels like it's been a while, hasn't it? How've you been?" "Hailey, I actually have something important to tell you today." Life's been a little hectic lately. I haven't had time to even look at my phone properly, so I'm really sorry I haven't reached out. "Oh, I get it. I mean, I hadn't seen you around the building at all recently. And sometimes you'd read my messages but not reply. So I was starting to wonder if something happened. You know me. I tend to notice those little things. I even thought maybe you were dealing with something. And I was debating whether I should check in on you." I'm really sorry. Things have just been nonstop. It honestly wasn't intentional, so please don't take it personally. Oh, don't worry about it, really. But today, I've got something to tell you that I couldn't keep to myself. It's something you'll definitely want to hear. Trust me. You'll regret it if you don't. It's about your husband, actually. Something happened. Let's just say it's not something you want to brush off so easily. Something about my husband? Like I said before, I'm not planning to talk about him. I just don't think family members are something you should be discussing with others. And I'd really prefer to keep our private life private. Right. You totally shut me down the last time too. But honestly, the more you try to shut me out, the more curious I get. It's like fuel to the fire. You never introduced me to him. You kept that distance between us, so I figured it was time I took matters into my own hands. Wait, what do you mean? You probably don't realize this, but I've got a lot of connections. I know people. Once I started digging around a little, things moved faster than I expected. And the result? Your husband and I, well, we actually connected. Hard work really does pay off. What are you talking about? In other words, I stole your husband. Excuse me? You heard me. Your husband is mine now. What? Mine? What does that even mean? Exactly what it sounds like. You get it, don't you? Wait, but he never acted like... He's honestly just as amazing as I imagined. Such a total catch. He's tall, got those sharp, defined eyes, super handsome, and that little bit of gray in his hair. So mature and classy. He's like the definition of a silver fox. Silver fox? Totally! I felt butterflies the second I saw him. But my husband isn't really old enough to be considered a silver fox. Oh, come on! He totally fits that age bracket. And I think his eyes are more round than sharp, actually. Hey, Madison, no offense, but putting down your husband like that isn't cool. Just because I've fallen for him doesn't mean you need to act like that. Honestly, it just comes off as jealous. You don't even have to say it out loud. Your whole vibe is screaming it. It's kind of sad, really, but it's too late now. He and I have already met. This is fate, you know. And you can't fight fate. Nobody can. Plus, I really felt like he accepted me. Like we connected without needing to say a word. Is that so? I'm honestly shocked to hear things have gone that far. Of course you are. But this feels just natural, you know. My feelings aren't something I can stop. And why should I? Honestly, I think it's better to just keep moving forward. So let me be totally clear. I fully intend to take your husband. If I hesitate, I might miss my shot at happiness. I'm sorry, but Could I have a little time to think? I just need to process all of this. There are still parts of this whole situation I don't fully understand. So if I could have some time, I'd really appreciate it. Sure, that's fine. I've got plenty of patience, and you've got a kid, so no need to rush. Take your time and think it through. But just so you know, things might keep moving forward on my end in the meantime. I'm all about timing, and when the moment's right, I go for it. And honestly, just imagining a future with him gets me all excited. Like going on trips together, fancy dinners. The thought just makes me so happy. Meanwhile, Madison, you've probably got nothing but budgeting and parenting ahead of you. What? No time, no money, barely a second to breathe. That kind of life? Sorry if my irresistible charm threw your world off balance. But hey, they say luck is a form of talent too, right? Can't help that I've got both. I swear, I don't mean any harm. It's just that good things naturally flow to the people they're meant for. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update today. There might be some more progress soon, but when that happens, I'll be sure to let you know. All right then, next time we talk, I might have an even juicier story to share. Get ready for it. Okay, bye. At first, I was completely thrown off by Hailey's sudden declaration that she was stealing my husband, but as I listened more, a lot of things didn't quite add up. So I decided to hold off on giving her an answer and do some checking of my own. That's when I uncovered something shocking. While I was trying to figure out the best way to tell Hailey what I'd found, she went off the rails again and did something absolutely outrageous. I couldn't take it anymore, so I reached out to her myself. Hailey, there's something I really need to talk to you about. Can you please respond? What were you thinking? How could you do something like that? I seriously can't believe this. Hi, Madison. Long time no talk. That message sounds super intense. Take a deep breath, okay? Hi? Seriously? This is not the time for casual greetings. You need to explain what on earth you were thinking when you did something like that. I'm in a really bad situation here. Jeez! No need to get so worked up. Did I do something to offend you? Because I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. No idea? You can't be serious. Why would you go around spreading lies like that? Why are you telling people that you're getting remarried to my husband? Oh, that? Is it really worth getting that worked up over? I told everyone I'm going to marry your husband. So what? I just made it public, that's all. It was kind of half joking. Things just got a little lively, you know? That's not something you can just play off as a joke. Even if you didn't name him directly, you made it obvious enough that everyone knew who you meant. I clearly asked you to wait until things were confirmed before saying anything. So how did it end up like this? You've spread ridiculous rumors all over the condo. Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused? Come on! I didn't think people would actually take it that seriously. I never imagined it would blow up like this. Even without saying his name, you dropped enough hints and details that anyone could figure it out. Lately, some of the other residents have been giving me these weirdly sympathetic looks. Like, they're trying way too hard to be nice to me. Every time I make eye contact, people start whispering to each other. It's honestly unbearable. A woman I don't even know approached me and asked if I was all right. Do you know how humiliating that was for me? These reckless assumptions and rumors you're spreading are making my life miserable. But, it's all going to be true in the end anyway, so what's the big deal? People just discovered it a bit ahead of time. This isn't something that can just blow over. Word has gotten out at my husband's workplace too. There are people from his company who live in this building. How could you not think that far ahead? Because of your careless behavior, his job is being affected. He's getting weird looks at work, and it's been incredibly stressful for him. Do you even understand the seriousness of what you've done? It's unbelievably irresponsible. And let's not forget, you have a husband too, Hailey. How do you think your husband would react if he heard about these rumors? Look, like I've said 100 times, I really am going to marry your husband eventually. Everyone's going to find out anyway. It just came out a little early, that's all. And honestly, my husband, he doesn't care what I do. He never says a word. To me, he's basically just an ATM at this point. Hailey, you really don't feel even a shred of guilt, do you? Come on! This is just what happens when you're as beautiful as I am. Can't help it. Being this gorgeous is a curse, you know. All right, that's enough. Oh? So you're done now? Great. Then let's get things moving. I'll be waiting for that divorce announcement. I already knew the truth, but I'd been struggling with how to tell Hailey. Then, she pulled this ridiculous stunt, and honestly, I just couldn't take it anymore. Up until then, I was actually willing to let it go depending on how she acted, but now I realize how foolish that was. So I decided I'd wait until I had everything in place and then hit her with the truth and make sure she faced the consequences. Once all the pieces were ready, I finally reached out to her. Sorry for reaching out so late. Do you have a moment right now? There's something I really need to talk to you about. I'll keep it short. Madison, finally! I've been waiting forever to hear from you. So you reaching out, that means you finally got the divorce, right? Divorce? Hey, don't be so dramatic about it. You finalized things with Liam, didn't you? Come on, just say it. Liam? Yes, my beloved Liam. I can't believe it. I'm finally going to be the wife of that tall, handsome, high-spec dream guy. I'm seriously over the moon right now. Guess I better go ahead and start my own divorce paperwork too. So, the person you've been talking about this whole time, it's Liam, right? Huh? What are you talking about now? Of course it is. Your ex-husband, Liam. Wow, Madison, you really don't know when to quit, huh? It's time to accept reality. Liam is mine now, and you're in for one sad, lonely life. I could say the exact same thing to you, Hailey. Huh? What are you talking about? I've been wondering this whole time. Ever since you said you stole my husband, something just didn't sit right. Who exactly is Liam? What? My husband's name is Jack. Excuse me? Yeah, my husband is Jack, not Liam. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. Jack's only 33, so he's not even old enough to be called a silver fox. And his eyes? They're round, not sharp at all. So I've been thinking this whole time, you're clearly talking about someone else. What? Also, like I mentioned before, Jack's always traveling for work. Even after we moved into this building, he's barely been around. He hasn't attended a single event in this complex. So I've been wondering, when exactly did you and Jack even meet? That can't be. Listen, I saw you with Liam so many times, and some of our neighbors said that you were married to Liam. Are you sure you're not confusing me with Addison? Huh? Not Madison. Addison. She's the building manager here. Her husband is Liam. What? Yeah, I heard that lately Addison's been busy working another job, so her husband Liam has been handling most of the building management duties. I still don't know all the rules around here, so I've had to ask him a few things, and he's been really helpful. You probably just saw us talking and happened to catch us at the same time a few times. And since Addison and Madison sound so similar, you must have completely mixed us up. Addison? Wait, you mean that Addison? The building manager? That's right. Addison's actually super accomplished. She owns a bunch of properties and runs her own company. So her husband, Liam, who also works for her company, often helps manage things around the building. Hailey, you seriously didn't know that? Well, honestly, I've always kind of avoided Addison. She intimidates me, so I've tried not to get involved. I had no idea who her husband was, and I just assumed Liam was your husband this whole time. So this was all my own misunderstanding? Yeah, pretty much. Sure, Addison can come off a little intense, but she's definitely got that boss energy. She's honestly kind of amazing. Wait, does that mean I stole Addison's husband? Oh no, that's not it either. What? Hailey, you didn't steal anyone. You've just been completely running wild on your own. What? Wait, what are you talking about? Just so you know, Liam has absolutely zero intention of marrying you. He said he was completely blindsided by all of this. No, that can't be true. We talked about being together. We made plans. Yeah, that was about the HOA board. What? It's that time of year again. They're trying to pick next term's board members, but no one ever wants to volunteer, and it's been kind of a problem. So when you offered and said, let's do it together, Liam told me he was genuinely grateful. What? The HOA board? You misunderstood that too? But he said we should file the paperwork together. He meant the HOA paperwork. I mean, sure, Liam does speak a little softly, so I get how it could be hard to hear sometimes. But how on earth do you take join the HOA as let's get married? Hailey, I honestly can't even begin to follow your logic. But he always smiled at me so warmly, the way he looks at me, and we always meet at the same time every morning. That's totally a date, right? I mean, that means we're basically dating, doesn't it? That's just because Liam has been filling in for Addison and doing building maintenance lately, so he's just following his regular work schedule. No, that can't be. Actually, Liam mentioned something recently. He said while he's cleaning around the building in the mornings, you keep showing up at the same time and talking to him every day. He said the conversations go on so long, it's kind of slowing down his work, and he's having trouble keeping up. What? Wait, he wasn't meeting me on purpose? He always says, see you tomorrow, but he told me that's just part of being polite as the building manager. He says it's important to be friendly, but then you started showing up every day and he's been wondering why. No way! I really thought Liam had feelings for me too. This is so cruel. I can't believe I fell for that. I'm suing him. Hailey, this is actually what I needed to talk to you about. You're the one being sued. What? Because you went around saying you were going to marry my husband, a claim that was completely false. His position at work has taken a serious hit. There wasn't a shred of truth to it. It's made his job way harder, so we've decided to file a defamation lawsuit against you. You've got to be kidding me! And also, your husband, he's planning to file for divorce and is going to sue you for emotional distress. He said he's put up with your selfish behavior long enough, but now people are looking at him like he's the poor guy who got dumped, and your latest actions just completely humiliated him. He says this was the final straw. Divorce? Wait, are you saying I'm the one getting dumped? No way! This can't be happening! That's right. Your husband has officially filed for divorce, and that's not even the end of it. For you, this is just the beginning. This whole mess has already been reported to Addison, the building manager. She's calm and collected, but when something crosses the line, she doesn't let it slide. She made it very clear. Anyone who tries to destroy someone's family is not welcome here. So she'll be strongly recommending that you leave this building immediately. She said there's no way she's turning a blind eye to this, and if you refuse to leave quietly and try to stick around, then she plans to make this whole situation public and take legal action. She's even considering court. What? No, wait, hold on. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. How did it get this far? I didn't think a little misunderstanding would blow up like this. No, this isn't a misunderstanding. It's called consequences. Everything that's happened is the result of your own actions. So stop acting like you're the victim. You can't keep blaming other people. You need to take responsibility for what you did. You're a grown woman. Don't you think it's time to stop acting like it's everyone else's fault? You're old enough to know better, aren't you? I'm sorry, Madison. You're right. This is all my fault. I admit it. Please, help me. If I really get divorced, it's all over for me. I can't live alone. I can't support myself. I don't have any money. And if I really get sued, what am I supposed to do? I've never even thought about going to court. That's not true. You can live on your own. Plenty of people do it every day. You just need to get a job. Working hard, really putting in the effort, it'll give back more than you think. To your wallet and to your mindset. If you stay humble, work consistently, and live within your means, I'm sure you'll be okay. But working? I can't. I've never worked a day in my life. That's not something you should be telling me right now. I'm not responsible for fixing your life. You were able to live comfortably because your husband worked hard every single day, right? And instead of appreciating that, all you ever did was complain. The moment something didn't go your way, you blamed everyone else. A life like that was bound to fall apart eventually. This is just reality catching up with you. Wouldn't you say this is the kind of karma you brought on yourself? Madison, please, I'm really sorry for everything. I know I was wrong. I mean it. Please, just help me. Even if part of me wanted to say yes to that, we're always preparing to go our separate ways. Actually, my husband Jack just got transferred. He's been reassigned. There's been talk for a while, but this time the destination is overseas, so we had to really think it through. But in the end, we saw it as recognition of all of Jack's hard work, and we figured maybe it was time for me and our daughter to take a leap into something new too. So this situation pushed us to finally make the decision to move forward together as a family to a new place. From now on, you won't see me around here or hear from me ever again. Our time as neighbors was short, but, well, I guess you could say it was definitely eventful. No way! You're really moving? And overseas? You never told me that. Wait, if you haven't left yet, can't we just talk for a second? Just at the door. Let me see you, please. Even if you came to the door now, it'd be pointless. We're at the airport lounge waiting to board. Our bags are checked and everything's ready. All that's left is getting on the plane. We won't be coming back. What? You're already at that point? It's all happening so fast. Why? Our things have already been shipped out and my parents are taking care of all the final moving details. I can't believe this! I can't accept that it's ending like this. You won't be hearing from me again. If anything needs to be handled, please go through my lawyer. And one more thing. From now on, do not try to contact me in any form. We're changing our numbers and accounts. No matter what you say, I'm not changing my mind. I want absolutely nothing to do with you going forward, so be ready for that. Goodbye. From here on out, you're on your own. You and I, we're done. No way! Madison, wait, please! Some time passed after that, and Hailey's glamorous delusion of a life quietly came crashing down. Turns out, her husband had been holding it in for a long time. The overspending, the constant put-downs, and now, the whole fake remarriage scandal. He finally snapped, slapped the divorce papers on the table and said just one thing. It's over. After that, he calmly but firmly handed her a bill for emotional damages. The price of all those years she claimed being a housewife isn't real work turned out to be a lot higher than she ever imagined. And as for trying to break up someone else's family, Addison, the building manager, didn't hesitate to kick her out on the spot. No goodbyes, no one there to see her off. She left alone with nothing but herself. Word got back to her parents too, and they completely cut ties with her. In the end, all that pride and vanity left her with no one on her side. These days, I've heard she's working a live-in job at a rural factory. It's all physical labor, grueling shifts from morning till night with no breaks. This is from the lady who used to chuckle and say, "You know, I could never live like everyone else." Now she's in greasy coveralls covered in oil. The image is, well, kind of ironic. Of course, I followed through with a defamation lawsuit and received full compensation. Everything was handled through my lawyer, so she couldn't even argue back. Jack's company was formally notified that the remarriage rumor was completely false, and any misunderstandings were fully cleared up. Now, in our new home, Jack, Ivy, and I are living with peace, moving forward with brighter days ahead.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.